And you're gay, right?
No, not exactly. I'm trans, and
Okay.
I'm like.
You're in the
fluid
community.
yeah.
Whatever, you're in the community. You're trans. What are your view on pink washing?
Oh. Yeah, that's a question.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, I know what.
How would you
is.
define it? Define it.
I would define it as using the gay community as like a symbol of all goodness when things are bad in a different direction.
What is that other direction? That's
The whole Palestinian
Palestinians.
situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm assuming.
What is my opinion
Well,
about
do you
it?
agree that it is pink? There is pink washing, or there isn't? What?
No, I don't think there's pink washing.
No,
I think
okay.
it's a separate thing.
Okay.
And I don't think Israel is using whatever it is it has with the gay community as like pink washing over situation with the Palestinians. No, I don't think so.
You live here. Pink washing. Do you know what that is?
No. Sounds
No?
something dirty though.
No, it's not. It's not sexual.
Okay. So
It's
no.
using gays, lesbians, and trans to deflect from other political things. Never heard of it.
No.
That's okay. What is your opinion of pink washing?
Pink washing?
Yeah.
What's pink washing?
Pink washing is, you've never heard of it, right?
No.
Okay, it's when the government or other people use gay issues to deflect from another political issue.
Really? I've never heard of this.
Okay, that's
What
fine.
do I think of it?
Well, if you haven't heard of it, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, the question is, what do you think of pink washing?
What is a pink wash?
Oh,
Take it.
sorry.
You're welcome.
Damn it, you have 30 seconds to think about it. That's not good.
Okay.
So, what is the question?
What do you think of pink washing?
What is a pink washing?
Pink washing is when you, for propaganda purposes, you use the fact that Israel is very good about human rights, about gay rights, to ignore the occupation.
Well, about that I don't know what.
You never heard of pink washing?
No.
Okay,
Never.
fair enough. What is your opinion on pink washing?
Pink washing. We think that pink washing should be paid in dollars to
What is
our
that?
organizations
Oh.
and not just with words.
So define pink washing then.
So yeah, Israel has two different types of pink washing. One is when commercial organizations use our flag and our identity to sell.
Okay.
And there's the other aspect of pink washing, which is trying to hide the atrocities that happen in Gaza and happen to the Palestinian people by trying to sell Israel as a very liberal place.
Okay, so do you think both are legitimate? Sorry,
I think
criticism?
neither
are
is.
legitimate.
Neither are legitimate. No, I don't mean the pink washing is legitimate. It's legitimate criticism.
Oh, of course.
Yes, but you guys are political, so fair enough.
Pink
Okay.
washing is never legitimate.
Okay, fair enough. What do you think of pink washing?
Okay, I see. What do you mean? What I think?
What's your view?
Thing?
Yeah, what do you think? What is pink washing? Explain to the straights.
When there are things that are happening that are far from liberal values, but then you use other liberal values, in order to cover that are happening or expressed.
Give an example.
If you're talking about pink washing, you're talking about gay rights in a situation where other human rights are being violated.
Like whose? That's what I mean.
In the Israeli context, Palestinians, of course. This is the one.
Okay, so what do you think of it? Do you think it's real? Do you think it's...
As a gay person, I don't think that gay rights are as advanced as I would want them to be. So I don't think that Israel is in a good place to be so proud of right now. And there is a lot of things that still need to happen in order for gay rights to be a real thing now in Israel.
Give an example of something that needs to happen for there to be true rights.
I think that, first of all, civil marriage is something that is still not here. I think that there are many things about parenthood.
To clarify, there's no civil marriage for straight people either, but
Yeah.
yes, I get it.
Yes.
Go ahead. Yes.
I mean, if there was such a thing as gay marriage here, without the issue of civil marriage, it would be okay, since Israel is a complicated place in terms of being a Jewish state. And there are issues of parenthood, for example, the issue of reciprocal is not legal right now in Israel. It is legal in other places, including places that are less advanced in other aspects of human rights. These are the things that I'm thinking about right now.
What do you think of pinkwashing?
Sorry, I don't really know the term, like what
Pinkwashing?
it stands for. Yeah,
Okay, have you heard it?
I heard it, but I don't know what it stands for.
Okay, do you know?
It's like when you use the gay principles and gay values.
And gay values in order to make Israel look more advanced and liberal.
At the expense of who?
For
Or-
example, if you
I might not be the right person to answer those questions.
the band is about to start. Okay,
No, it's fine.
so what do you think of it?
About pinkwashing, that it's bad. What can I think of it?
Okay, so instead of pinkwashing, what should they be doing?
Giving rights to everyone from the Jordan to the sea. I mean, that's my opinion. I guess that it's controversial for people for some reason, but Israel has been a champion of using its gay citizens and community in order to make itself have more legitimacy abroad and in gay communities abroad, for it to seem like a liberal place, when in actuality gay people and LGBTQ people are in very, very bad shape here.
Give me an example of bad shape.
They can't marry, you want to
I
say?
need to wait for about half a year until I have an appointment. Like the first appointment I could get
For what?
for my gender affirmation
Okay.
is in 6 months, and even then I would need to go through meeting a psychologist, meeting a psychiatrist.
In the US, do you think it's faster? I have no idea.
I don't think it's faster, but I think it should be faster and should be more available all around the world.
What do you think of pinkwashing?
I got a lot to say about that. I
Okay.
hate pinkwashing.
You what?
I hate pinkwashing.
Explain pinkwashing.
It's like conservative groups in Israel try to put on a liberal spirit outside to the world, and it disturbs me a lot. I mean,
For whose benefit?
for whose benefit? For political figures in our political systems.
Okay, and instead of doing what?
Instead of changing it from the ground, from the basic. I mean, to
Meaning creating laws for
creating
LGBT.
laws, to put on reforms and stuff, and I mean, to legislate, to really legislate, not just prompt it to the world.
Okay, so not connected to the occupation.
It is connected.
Also, also. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because outside it's understood as here. Look at we have gay people, we have trans people.
Yeah, it's a kind.
Don't look at the occupation.
It's a camouflage. I mean, you just you spread out our liberal spirits of the gay community and the lesbian community, and you put away all the things that go on in Silwan.
All the liberal things that go on where? Or all the
And so you don't look on what's happening in Silwan and this Jerusalem.
Silwan.
Yeah.
Do you know what pinkwashing is?
No,
No? Never heard it?
I think I've heard it, but I don't know what it is.
Explain. Okay. Pinkwashing is there's different types, but the one that they're referring, the person who asked, is that Israel, as a state, uses the fact that it's very pro gay rights to so you ignore the Palestinians. Do you think that's true? That's true?
I don't know if they can really ignore it, so I don't know if it's true. I think some people try to do it. Our Prime Minister, for example, but I don't know if it's it works. I don't think it works.
מה את חושבת על pinkwashing? או מה זה pinkwashing? תסביר לי.
פינק וושינג זה שלצורך העניין משתמשים בסובלנות לגאווה כדי להסתיר כל מיני עוולות אחרות שנעשות.
כמו מה? נגד מי?
אז נראה לי בסיפור שאתה מתכוון, מדובר על הכיבוש. שישראל מציגה את עצמה לעולם.
כי שמעת אותי אומרת, אוקיי, בסדר. רציתי לבדוק אם ישראלים יודעים שיש קשר לכיבוש.
אני ידעתי מה זה,
אוקיי, מה את חושבת על זה? כי אם זה נכון, לא נכון?
אני מאוד בעד זכויות לקהילה הגאה וזה, כמובן, אבל להציג את ישראל בתור מדינה מתקדמת, על ידי זה, בזמן שקורים בה הרבה דברים אחרים מאוד לא מתקדמים כמו הכיבוש, יש בזה משהו לא פייר.
אוקיי, אבל אם זה נכון שישראל מתקדמת בזכויות של להט"בים.
גם לא בכל מקום, כאילו זה יפה להביא את התיירות בגלל זה, זה יפה להציג את זה.
לא, אבל אם זה נכון, א', שיש לך זכויות.
במידה מוגבלת.
אוקיי, מה אין לך זכויות?
מה אני מבינה בזה? יש את הסיפור של הפונדקאות ויש את הסיפור של האימוץ וחתונות, כאילו יש פה הרבה בעיות מהבחינה הזאת. כן, תל אביב זה מקום יחסית להט"ב פרנדלי, זה כאילו מדינה לא באמת לגמרי ליברלית ומאפשרת הכל, וגם בסוף אומרים מצד אחד מציגים אותנו לעולם כאיזו מדינה מאוד ליברלית, מצד שני גם יש אמירות הומופוביות בממשלה באותה מידה.
Thanks everybody who watches the Ask Project. It's really appreciated. I've noticed lately that the amount of views are low, contributions have gone down. It's the only way I'm able to do this project is from your contributions and sharing the videos. Please contribute. Go into the description below to see how. Guys, I appreciate so much that you guys watch these videos, like these videos, share these videos, and contribute. It's amazing. Thank you.